Well, that's interesting because, I led the life that my voice was diminished. I was more like Anna, not Julian. Although now I think I think I always had my voice. It just that the how how it was not developed, how I could not develop it because it was told not to talk, not to say things, not to feel things. You're just there in the, you're just existing in the world, and you'll find your way, and you'll find your way later, but it won't be now, right? So that's how I grew up, and that's just the I have five brothers and sisters, and we're all pretty much like that. But so I led the life that I was leading was based on what other people thought of me. The values that you had were going to be the values that I should have, or because I didn't really know what I wanted. Although I always, I always had a good, strong inner I always had a good, strong inner self. I couldn't break that barrier to have it come out. And so, as a child, even as a young adult, I cared more about how you thought of me than how I thought about myself, because that's how I thought I was supposed to relate in the world, which is I'm here to make sure I'm um, everyone else is taken care of, and I don't necessarily mean anything yet because I need to make sure everyone else is taken care of before I can take care of myself. Well, as a mother, that never happens, and as a person in the world, that never happens either, because there's too many people to take care of, right?
Mhm.
So I was not leading myself first. So I was not turning inward first. Although I was authentically trying to help people, I was leaving myself behind. And so it wasn't until later in my life, when I was medically not doing well and emotionally not doing well. Although the funny thing is, on paper, I had everything because I was winning awards at work. I had teammates that respected me highly. I had customers that didn't want to leave me. I could have had a high renewal rate. I was winning the biggest sales companies awards you could ever win. But because I had systems and structures in place that I could do that. Where although mentally and emotionally couldn't be there, I put a structure in place to where I could make sure that my work was taken care of, because that was super important to me. It wasn't until later on that when I went back to my original superpower, where I physically felt something internally happen to me when I was speaking with a doctor, and he told me that my health, really good health for me is just within reach, and I didn't even realize it was. He's like, all you gotta do is this, and this, and follow this plan, and have some counseling and coaching, and guess what? It's within reach. And I was like, Anna, I'm like, it is. I can do this. And
Mm.
I my 5-year old Vikki came out and said, we got this. We can do this. And I physically felt something shift in me when that happened. And so I remember that moment. It was 4 years ago. And since then, it's been I put a framework together where I awakened that original superpower. I define my non-negotiables every single day, which are my guardrails that I put for myself. That's important to my values. It may
Right.
not be important to you, or to them, or to them, or to them. And I don't care about that. I could care less anymore. Um, I care that people find me authentic and genuine, and I want to help people. But it's me first, to make sure that I can present myself as the person that I can be for other people as well. But so I found my purpose, and now I'm making connections based on the fact that this is my purpose. Where before I was making connections without having my purpose. And so I think what
Mm-hmm.
Julian taught me was he found his purpose, and he was just connecting people into his world that could be part of his purpose.